Alright everyone, welcome to the ENSL tournament. This is week 1. We've got CMA versus DGR.
Yep, danger, DGR standing for danger there. That's Rage Nation and I'm Canty.
Well, you see here straight away the aliens pushing hard through crossroads. Crossroads is a critical point. It allows you to get to pretty much every point on the map and sort of try and take control. And you can see here they're grouping up for a it looks like they're starting to group for an assault here already at Summit.
We see lots of Marines actually in the base at the beginning here. Every single Marine staying back to build that armory and observatory. I've spoken to Danger about that in the past, as it is the common tactic that they tend to go for. They're very fearful of rushes in the early game.
And that's fair enough too, because it is a bit of a game changer straight away.
Yeah, but not getting that early res out can lead to some pretty harsh consequences in the mid game. But we see Skulks lined up all around the outside, waiting for these Marines to push out and get the res here.
See, they've already taken Reactor as their first res point.
Yep, and they are assisting down to DC, so that will be placed in just a moment. Doesn't look like they're going for the early hive or any tech, just opting to get that quick res out.
And going for a Shade Hive first up, so we'll be seeing some Cloak straight away. And I've got to tell you, I love the Cloak ability. It's great, especially in matches like this.
It can be interesting to watch. It's very frustrating to play against though as the Marine team.
Especially for a commander constantly pinging his troops as well, spending 3 res every time.
Yeah, even if you do manage to come out on top and during the battle, it's this huge res thing to actually put those scans down. And we do see our Computer Lab cleaned up from the alien seats team. They are taking down that res, and Marines are pushing into Kribis now with their own res spot. I don't think they're aware that aliens are in Atrium just yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's quite gutsy pushing Crevice there because it's going to be constantly bombarded from the aliens who are only a little stone's throw away.
Yeah, and with 2 of these Marines already on half health here, I don't think they're going to be very successful with this push. Some Hydras there, Gorge, and 2 Skulks, although Yaknet takes a huge volley of fire there from a bunch of dangers before they get to push in.
And you can see they're trying not to overcommit, but they must realise that it is close. I mean, by now they think it is Atrium. Well, you can see there, reality, he's just poked in, he's seen it.
Yeah, he's trying to get back. He does take a spit in the face there from Hunter. So many Skulks surrounding the point. I'd just like to see them push in and wipe this Marine force out. And that Extractor's almost down as well, so not looking good for Danger in this early part of the game.
No, especially with that easy access that they can get to flank them from that vent there.
Yep, and Yaknet cleans out. I'm not actually sure if that's how much to pronounce his name, but Yaknet cleans out the last Marine there, and they do hit the Extractor. But Marines are getting some res down south in the map, and but the problem is here that Cloak has just finished, and we're going to see a lot of pain coming down to the Marines from this point, especially with that early res loss. The Cloak will be especially punishing.
Well, especially as the Marines try to branch out. At the moment, they're sitting in sub, building up the res in there. Once they start heading through to Vent, and especially Data Core, the aliens, they'll just sit on the roof there, waiting for them to come past, and before they know it, there's a Skulk chewing on their behind.
Yep, and we do see 2 Skulks sitting on either side of the wall in Summit here, watching the Marines as they pass through the map, not parasiting or anything, just trying to get the line up on them. Skulk to Fade actually bumps into reality there. He has to break cover and start attacking, but they do clear up the Marines. Skulk to Fade gets out there on the 5% health.
Wow, that must have been close. He was just that little bit off. You can see here in Computer Labs, another battle going on. The Marines trying to clean up the Skulks here, but
yep.
And they've done it.
Slowly prowling in from crossroads, cloaking all the way, backing up his alien force there.
And just there demonstrates just how deadly that Cloak is. Yak there, he had, what is that, 20% health you'd say? And he was still able to take a full health Marine out quite easily.
Yeah, being able to take that first bite freely is just such a huge advantage for Skulks.
Well, especially too
before the armor upgrades.
Well, before the armor upgrades, they can get 1 bite and a parasite in straight away. So it's makes them very easy pickings once they've done that.
We do see the Marines scan into crossroads, but Skulk just backs out into the summit, and now he's pulling back in once the scan has gone away with his Cloak. Back up again.
And you can see the Marines, they're very wary. I mean, they know they've got Cloak, and or look at this, look, Peon and Yak, they're both trying to get in there, but the commander has once again scanned, but once again he's used some more res.
Yep, and they didn't actually get any skulks in there. They did clean up the drifter, but with the skulks still there watching, one of them even parasited, they're not going to be able to get away with much.
Oh, and data core has been claimed. That is their second high spot.
Aliens do wait until the last moment to actually clean up those guys in Crossroads. They almost took down the Harvester, but actually a couple of Marines moving up from Computer Lab, and they will get Yakno, I believe, unless he manages to cloak around this corner. He actually gets stuck in a railing and killed by Iron Priest.
But look down at Computer Lab, the aliens, they are starting to clean up their res. You can see Richter here, he must be on res duty because he is just pumping that res there.
Yep, there are 3 Marines converging on his position though. I think he might be able to get the extractor down before they manage to cross paths, but he does run around the other side and gets taken down while the extractor is sitting on 13%.
Now armor 1 is up, so that'll make the Marines a little bit more durable. But you know, with cloak, it sort of almost negates it because they almost always get the first bite in.
Yep, armor 1 actually about 25% done now. It is researching at this point. Scan again, going down for Crossroads. I really want this middle position, possibly getting a obs up there, trying to cut off the alien forces from just cloaking freely into the other side of the map. But there's 2 skulks waiting for the Marines in Computer Lab, waiting for them to get that res back up again. And
look, there goes down an obs in Crossroads. That's a wise move. Saves him constantly pinging that area. They'll know when they're, you know, when they're even a distance away.
Yep. I would have liked to see that observatory perhaps a little bit further up near the tech point where it covers more of the approach from the alien team, but having that obs in the Crossroads and at all is pretty big help in this cloak situation.
Well, it is better than nothing and relying on the commander to constantly spend res to scan the area.
And Scorpion is now clearing out sub access, so that is the last foothold on the map extractor-wise. They're just going to be trying to clear out Crossroads and put that extractor down and just hold it for as long as they can.
The thing that I am concerned about though is the Marines have been so that they really want to cross Crossroads so bad that they've claimed data core, the aliens. They've also got the res point there. They've also claimed ventilation as well, and they are resed up. And it's not going to be long before we see some high life forms coming out and really taking the pain to this Marine squad.
Yeah, we've already got a lurk out in the field and a couple of skulks sitting here. 2 on 42 res, so not that far from fair.
And data core has been built.
Leap has been started as well. The Marines have got down this Crossroads extractor, and that is sort of sitting here on duty, you know, making sure they don't lose that last res. But actually, just as I say that, it looks like they're going to push into the data core, make the attempt, but 2 of them are parasited.
And a Crag Hive has been selected for data core as well, so we'll be seeing some Carapace. What do you reckon, Arcane? Do you reckon we'll see Carapace or we'll see Regen first?
I like Carapace with Cloak because you can get the first bite off and keep hitting them in groups and actually withstand that attack. But Regen is pretty good for the lurks.
And here comes a big push from the Marines straight to data core as well. Now you see they're going to town on that res node in there, trying to hit that straight up.
They will take it down, but it may be a little bit too late for Danger to be making this damage. It's good that they're getting it in, but
I think we'll see the aliens clean them up in quick order here.
Yeah, so the res does go down. That is actually they've taken down the second res. Oh, so yes, the other one was in Crossroads. Marines have lost 5 extractors up to this point. 1 going down to Cap, Computer Lab, and Subaxis again. Really need some Marines over in Crossroads now, just in case the aliens decide to push in and start cleaning out that obs, or that very fragile obs, or the extractor.
Now 5 lost res nodes. That's got to hurt the Marine team.
Yeah, especially when they weren't able to maintain any of them for any great stretch of time. And it's only 9 minutes in. Marines do have the mines now, so they do have a P-res sink, but that observatory is almost down. There is no welders out, and the observatory is only on 14%, but the lurk is forced to back out. Richter going back to heal at the hive.
And you can see here that obs, it is on fire, and a few more bites and it will be down.
3 skulks cloaking up through Computer Lab. Though. It looks like they may be going for a base. Yep, they're going to go hit the Marine. No, they're being back around.
No, they're going through to Crossroads. They are going to take that obs down.
And in short order as well. It is cleaned up in a few bites from Yaknet there, and they do go for the extractor. The last extractor for the Marines.
Well, I think, what was that, 3 to 4 bites max?
Yeah.
Look over here at Reactor though. Marines, they're going to town on the res. But I've got to wonder, is it all a little bit too late? They've had so much res for so long now.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the Marines maybe sit back a little bit and just try and desperately hold on to that crossroads res, as they need the res much more than they need to kill off the aliens at this point. If they can just kill a few, like maybe get a lurk kill or something, or wait for a fade and kill one of those off before pushing out, but they have lost all the res now. There is crossroads going back down again, but the obs is down, so they can be ambushed. And the observatory base is going down as well, so there are no more scans for Marine team.
And with the cloak ability, that is going to be, that's going to be big trouble for them.
Yeah, we see here Scott cleaning up a Marine as he's trying to actually just heal up at the armory.
You can see there, Blink has been started to research, so we will see a couple of fades coming up very shortly. You can see here, there's already 4 players that can have fades already.
I'm not sure if we'll get to that point, honestly. They don't have a singular IP. Actually, no, the mines do clear up one of the skulks, and Scorp kills the commander as he tries to close himself in the command station, but he gets taken out as it opens back up.
You can see here the battle, they're defending because they know if they lose this area here, it's all over.
Surprised not to see more use of the cloak now that the observatory is down. But the aliens are still in very good position. Sorry.
Well, you can see here straight away they're owning a good half of the map, or well over half of the map. They've got 2 hives, they've got the tech, they've got the resources, and they've been putting the hurt on the Marines pretty much within the first minute.
Marines now able to afford a second observatory back in the same position over there, guarded by a few of those select mines. As you said, we do have fades out in the field now, with Yak and Pion both fading, and Richter and Scorpion still retaining their lurk life forms. Blink just finishing up now as well.
You see they've just taken down the Marines res in Crossroads. Marines now, they're back out on trying to retake some res duty. They're over at Computer Lab, a group of 3 of them.
Yeah, I don't think they've seen these fades yet, but there are a couple of them sneaking towards the Marines in Summit, so I don't think they're going to be happy when they...
Well, there's the first fade contact there in Summit, and 2 fades versus 2 Marines, and we always know the result of that.
Yeah, especially without any of those weapon upgrades or shotguns. Well, they did go for a regen though, so... Should they get into any of these larger engagements with 3 to 4 Marines, the fades do stand a chance of being taken out. It's just a matter of getting those Marines in the same place at the same time.
You can see now that the aliens, they're just closing up in between Computer Lab and Summit. They're not letting them get out. They're holding it, they're controlling the territory, and it's not going to be before long before this is going to be all over, I feel.
Yeah, we did actually see a fade just go down though in flat control. A little bit overcommitting as the Marines pull back from Computer Lab. Don't think this changes the overall position for the Marine team, but it has to be a good feeling for them to be able to take down that high life form at this stage of the game.
Well, it'll be a little bit of a confidence booster as well for the Marine team to see one fade go down. Meanwhile, they're going to town on the shade there at Summit.
As all the skulks and as all the rest of the aliens pull into flight control around the back, but the Marines do pull back in before the obs goes down, I believe. Yes, it was actually not that low. I think they were split between attacking the extractor, arms lab, and observatory in that push. Weapons 1 started for Marines, but yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I think they're just kind of prolonging the end of the game at this point.
Yeah, I think it's it is the beginning of the end, and Crossroads has been claimed by the aliens. And have a look at Skulk to Fade's res. It's just hit the magical 75 mark, and I think we'll see an Anos come crumbling in there very, very soon.
Yep, he was running down the crevice, but he has turned around back into Atrium, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him just plop into an egg as soon as he reaches up near that hive.
And here he is, I've got the view right on him. Will he? And there he goes.
There he
He's just
goes.
gone there now. Once that Onus gets on the field, yeah, that is going to be the end.
Yep, and we do have Carapace out for that Onos now. Mist going down for the egg. I'd like to see the commander jump out and give a little gorging, but even without, I think it might even be a cloaked Onos, which is...
That's never a good thing for a Marine
No.
team. It's nothing worse than minding your own business and all of a sudden having a cloaked Onos come up behind you.
Yeah, and here we see this stealthy Onos coming through Summit. Giving up on that as he reaches the battle. But might want to wait for a couple of these other life forms to heal up a little bit before pushing in, but then I think they can make this final stand come to a close.
Command station taking damage.
And we do see the commander coming out as a gorge here in Crossroads. Is going to be backing up the Jonas and Summit.
See the Onos there just waiting for the Gorge to help him out. Just waiting there, waiting to get a bit of a group of aliens. Not much point going in alone because even though it is level 1 weapons, there's still a group of 5 Marines. It is still going to hurt you pretty quickly.
Yeah, definitely the key to Onos is not being overconfident with just how much of a tank you are.
And you do see that quite a bit. You see a lot of players, they do overcommit with the Onos, thinking that they are near on invincible. But the point of the matter is, you know, you do have a lot of HP, but, you know, they still do have guns that fire bullets.
Yeah, and they're not going to miss. You're quite a big target.
See him there retreating before he takes too much damage.
Actually getting very close there. The Lurks do come in with that spore cover. 3 Lurks now on the field. I think one of the Fallen Fades has been given a Lurk. I'd like to see them pushing together. They were a little bit disorganized in that last push, but with these, all the aliens now on this side of the field, this I think will be it.
You can see them now grouping up and they're just going to town on the Marines now.
Yep. Some gas all over the Marine base here. Probably some gas coming down, yep, straight over the IPs. And the power about to go down. This is GG. Well played by CMA. Very frustrating game for Danger, I would believe, with Clerk. Not much room for mistakes with getting that first bite off on you.
And it did pay dividends for them. They were able to control, you know, most of the map early, and they were able to pretty much dictate the terms to the Marines.
Command station under attack.
Camo has definitely come into one of the most popular upgrades since the recent buff regarding total invisibility for the while moving and sitting still. So it'll be interesting to see how UE deals with this in the future, as some competitive players are definitely, including myself, kind of regarded as a little bit overpowered. There's not much of an answer to it, skill-wise, that you can...
No, it just relies on that commander constantly giving you scans of the area until you get an ops down.
Yeah, the problem though, it does force you into that total constant expenditure of res, so even if you do kill those aliens, you're constantly bleeding that res, which is of a huge bonus to the alien team.